Alright, this is the start of my my tutorial, I guess, on how to lift your or lower your bike. Of course, what you're gonna need are your lowering springs or your lowering triangles, whichever ones you decided to buy. I just we just lowered this R6 for Nikki because she's 5'3" and she just wasn't getting any ground clearance. I mean, she just wasn't getting any ground leverage. Her feet weren't able to touch the ground enough to make her feel comfortable and secure on her bike. So we dropped it. We ordered some lowering springs that look a lot like these original manufactured links. Um, these are the ones that just came off, and these are the ones we got off eBay for $30 or so, I believe, $35. They're very, they're very simple to install. The main thing is that you have to take pressure off of this rear spring. No matter what bike you're lowering, you're gonna take pressure off of that rear spring. So in order to do that, you have to get pressure off of your tail end. All this area here has to be lifted up. I read online somewhere that suggested lifting it up with 2 chairs or something like that. I don't have chairs sturdy enough to do so, but I do have cinder blocks. And when my friend Al gets here, we'll go ahead and lift this bike up, because one person has to lift up on the tail end while the other person slides a bar through anywhere on your frame that can support the weight. It's not a lot of weight, but I'm gonna slide a crowbar clean through my passenger foot peg area. And essentially, let me show you how it will look. I'll use this broomstick just for demonstration purposes right now, but it's gonna go through, clean through like this, and your tail end would be supported by your crowbar or whatever thick piece of metal pipe that you have. Use a very strong piece of metal pipe. I suggest a crowbar because there's no way that crowbar is gonna bend. Once your bike is elevated from there, then you can go in and you can mess with your lowering links. See, mine has been lowered already, but I don't need it to be lowered. It was lowered when I got it. I'm gonna bring it back up. I'm not that short of a dude, not that tall of a dude. I'm 6 foot, but I want to go ahead and raise it back up. I got my crowbar here, and gonna have my friend here slide the crowbar through the passenger foot peg areas, like I said earlier, to support the bike. And all you have to do is have one person lift it up. The bikes aren't that heavy. I'm not that strong of a guy, so all you gotta do is lift it up. Just hooked up.
Yeah.
Just hooked up here.
No, that's how it was last time.
And that is it. The bike is up. And now that the bike is up, you can actually go into it and let's see. All right, now that it's jacked up, the weight is balanced out evenly or distributed evenly. I'm able to get up under here and get to my nut that's holding on my adjustable link. On the other side, I have a wrench holding the nut still, the bolt still, so that it won't spin while I'm unscrewing this. All right, you got this nut, like I said, with this bolt that's holding the frame on. Now, the lowering link on after you broke the nut on the other side. Now, in order to get this out, it slides straight out, but right now it still has a little bit of pressure on it, and that pressure is coming from your back wheel. So all you have to do is have a friend lift up that back wheel for you, and then once that happens, you can slide out. Go ahead and lift it up for me. As soon as pressure is taken off that wheel, this slides right out. There you go. This slides right out, and then you want to prop something up under the wheel so that it won't be resting on the ground. And there you go. Now the lowering link is free to move as it chooses,
And I have 3 different holes to put my nut and bolt in. So I'm gonna play with them to see which one is the highest. And I think the one that's gonna be highest is actually the bottom one. So that lower one right there. I'm just gonna put the bolt straight through that one. I'm gonna have him lift up the wheel some. I'm gonna push it straight through and bolt it back down. I'm gonna go ahead and have my friend lift up the back tire, and it's gonna also lift up the whole swing arm. And when he does, I'm gonna go ahead and slide the bolt back into here. I'm gonna put it inside the lower setting because that's gonna be the highest for me. And go ahead and lift it up for me. Yep. Alright, so get this in there. Now bring it down some. Bring it down a little more. A little more. Gotta try to line it up. That's the key. Is that the highest setting? Yeah. Lift it up again. Let's see. Bring it down. Get it in there. Bring it down a little more. Actually, I think the wheel needs to be out the way. I mean, this block needs to be out the way. Bring it down. Nope, that ain't working. Bring it back up a little bit. Huh. It's hitting up against something in there. Okay. Damn it. You can let it down. Let it drop all the way to the ground. Damn. So that was as high as mine goes. Because it's hitting up against something there. So I guess I can only use this second. So I can either make it short or shorter, which sucks. I can't get to this third hole because of the frame. Not the frame, I'm sorry. The swing arm. That sucks. Alright, see my bike, I mean these lowering links, which were on the bike when I bought it, that bolt will gladly go through the second hole, but it won't go through that first hole, that bottom hole, which is the hole I want because it makes the bike higher. So right now I could either go low or lower, which sucks. So I'm gonna just put it back through there and button it back down and continue to ride out.